taken at about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Purdy able to complete this one to McLeod. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Room here to run. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Credit to Darius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. This one caught by Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 5 now. Purdy. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Cousins over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Purdy off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And the grab by Croft. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Purdy looking to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get it.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Purdy on 4th down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown! George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for two here. They go with McCaffrey. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 30 until it's set it down. And an excellent game, 35 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Nick Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Cousins. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. A 5-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Niners set to take over on offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be third down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Purdy's throw complete there to McLeod. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because was, I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 14 yards out. And the 49ers are back within a score. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
That time, a 9-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes you have to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. To throw, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Purdy. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 21 yards away. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Gold to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's the spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Cousins. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on because right now he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Cousins now. That's taken in by Smith-Marset. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have the Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Cousins now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Madison is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders from 3 yards out. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Toss. They run wide side with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And what a play by Andrew Booth. Got to him quickly, kept him from even getting back to the line.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Shotgun now with Purdy. Pass incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Purdy now to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
Let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd and 7, Purdy completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board, and of course the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Chaz Surratt. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. That time defensively, it looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure.
getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They start the drive with Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Here's Jordan Berry now. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Fielded at about the 28. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This is McCaffrey on the give. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Here's Purdy. Got his target, Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, 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 and check, right? Because he certainly showed He was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Purdy. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football now as the ball will come out to the 20. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be taken down across midfield. 23 yards on the play. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech will have a pretty positive start.
It should. They made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.